Yes. That's why I'm
Okay.
Hi guys, welcome back to in R5 in room 5. It's been a minute. I've been so I don't know what should I say.
You know,
we
life
have
has
we have been
so
lost.
tough.
No, people think you're rich, man. What do you mean? Life has been tough.
So you think problems are only for broke people?
Okay, no, aren't they financial problems?
When
No.
Uganda
My problems are not financial. So you think
Most Ugandans are undergoing financial problems, isn't it?
Yeah. So
Most of the depressed people, it's finances, man. We are
there are
really
more
losing.
problems? People have heartbreaks. People are homeless. There are so many other problems.
Do you have any problem?
you have to first think about them and see if they're really problems or not. Let me see. You can say yes.
People have problems. To me, life has been good, guys. Me, life is going on so far well. So far. Kind of stressing, the hospital and all that. You can see how I came here. I just had to run and get here. About problems, human beings are looking forward to solving people's problems. One, death. Secondly, poverty to increase the economy. And third, very many. Depression, climate change. And they think that the answer to this is AI, artificial intelligence. Everyone is excited. The Americans are fighting the Asians. Is it a cold AI war, should I say? Or whatever?
That's Cold War. That's putting it too far. Really?
Yeah, so the debate which has been going on the internet is that this AI stuff needs regulation because we don't know what it can lead us to. We don't know what we are creating. We are not certain of what we are really doing. So the advantages can be seen and the disadvantages too. But to my side, me, I'm scared. Actually, me, I'm tripping. I'm tripping, guys, and I'll give my reasons as to why I'm tripping.
Me, I'm optimistic. So optimistic.
Very optimistic as well until around 2030.
Yeah.
I'm very optimistic.
But I don't actually. I think people, before all that optimism and whatnot, at a certain point we need to temper our expectations. We could be in a bubble. You know, a bubble. Have you ever heard of like the South Sea bubble?
I know the economic bubble.
Yeah,
The one which explodes and
bubbles
clashes,
and 4 points
everything.
when people become enthralled with a random idea, and then they keep doing that thing over and over. Like once there was some company called the South Sea Company, and then it sold stock, and everyone wanted to buy it, and then that kind of nonsense. Same thing happened in the Netherlands with tulips. Can you imagine tulips? Tulips are
What's tulips, bro?
they're a type of flower. So someone basically said that, oh, my tulip is bred in a certain way. I spliced it like this and this, so it's so expensive. So people started buying tulips and breeding tulips. And then everyone was like even sold their gold and bought tulips. The price of tulips grew. Can you imagine the price of flowers?
Yeah.
Flowers, a perishable commodity.
Why it is
For many months, the breeds, like people would covet a certain breed. My tulip is this special color. Therefore,
why
it
are they
costs
are
$1 million.
flowers so
No, it was the hype and the
That's the
expectation.
hype.
Then it gets at some point and everyone has them.
So
they become
that's how a
someone engaging.
bubble becomes. Then people know that eventually this thing will crash. But if you go and buy tulips right now, next week there will be 3 times the price, and you'll sell them and get money. There's so much demand, the thing snowballs, and eventually it crashed, and the entire Dutch economy crashed.
The entire Dutch
Yes,
economy
because of
crashed
tulips. People went bankrupt. Banks went
because
bankrupt.
of tulips.
Yes. South Sea bubble.
I didn't know that.
Someone was
Where
selling.
did you hear this, man?
No, it happened.
Yeah, some South Sea bubble. Someone was selling fake shares in a colonization. Like how we are saying AI right now is the new thing. Back in the day in Europe, they were like colonies are the new thing. You have a colony, infinite wealth unlocked.
Isaac Newton was part of that scam thing. They scammed him as well. And
Yeah.
it was like I can calculate the motion of planetary bodies, but I can't calculate the stupidity of humanity. It's one
So-
of Isaac
so
Newton's
one of the
famous quotes.
smartest
So Isaac
people ever.
Newton
Was scammed in
was also succumbed.
Scammed.
Everyone can be
To the
scammed.
South Sea bubble.
If they scammed Isaac Newton,
Yeah.
I'm now tripping more.
They sold
Like,
him shares in a fake company. You know, like remember Ibiako,
Yeah.
the one which colonized East Africa.
I can't imagine Isaac
Oh,
Newton.
what was
is-
the what was the name of the company that colonized India? I've forgotten. The biggest.
Isn't it England?
No, like the
United
name
Kingdom.
of
There was a
Moved to a
corporation
company.
in charge. So it used to be the largest
Ibiako.
company in the world. The Ibiako.
Yeah,
still
yeah,
was.
yeah. It was
That was
the
East
Ibiako.
African company.
Oh,
Now there was one which was the biggest and it colonized India. It became the biggest company in the world. Before that,
Oh yeah.
Because-
But it was in Europe.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
American
British company. Now, because of those examples, people would make a company, say, our company is going to colonize some fake colony, which it doesn't have.
The colonies were the
We are
thing.
backed by, I don't know,
Back then.
some random ruler, the Spanish ruler or something, yet guys are like somewhere in UK and they don't know what's going on the other side.
Okay.
They scam them.
Okay. That's a lot about colonization and flowers in Netherlands.
So,
and what
my whole point was that we should temper our expectations. This could be a bubble. I know people are investing hundreds of billions. There's a
So
new
for you,
AI
what you're
company.
worried about is the investments and the bubble blowing up.
Because if the technology doesn't meet the expectation, we've all used large language models, the current technology that's driving the AI hype. So ChatGPT and Grok and Claude, you know Claude, etc.
from my
There are so many of them. So we've used them and we've seen their limitations. So do we really believe that these are going to improve to a point, or someone is going to develop some new technique that will make them sentient and make them so-called AGI or ASI as smart as a person really?
My point.
Or it's just going to plateau as a fancy chatbot that talks to people and gives
My
Fake
argument is when I read there's a book I read, it's called Sapien, the history of mankind and humankind. Or something.
Yuval Noah Harari, right?
Yeah, that guy. So in Sapiens, we can see that in this book, evolution happened, and we evolved from being apes, Homo erectus, Homo habilis, Homo neander, to sapiens. Sapien means intelligence. So intelligent humans, Homo sapiens. The moment we got cognitive revolution, we became smart. Evolution made us. Nature made us, and we turned against nature. There's no point, we can't even remember where we started being conscious or where we started becoming self-aware. We can't even point at what's the point where you become sentient so that we can stop. We can stop this kind of AI that stop thinking like man, stop being self-aware. We don't know what consciousness is. So do you know what we did? We spread on the planet like a virus. We started treating other species like they don't matter. We look at ants. If we want to build such a building here, we just come and build. We don't care about the worms, about anything. The trees we just cut. Because we feel like we are the center of everything on this planet. We look at them as very dumb. So this trips me because we have led to extinction. In Australia, we led to over extinction of 36 out of 40 species. In Australia, when we went there. So if this AI becomes conscious and starts looking at us as insects, it has its own priorities which are not human. And what will happen? So I feel like we need a regulation. I don't know how to regulate AI. I'm not an IT guy. But a being which knows everything and it's superior more than us and can do everything is I find it catastrophic. I see some dystopian future. Yeah, that's my point.
Okay.
What do you think?
So, my view. First of all, you have said we need some regulation. So there are different ways you can make sure something is safe. One, you can join it.
We join AI.
Yeah. So that's so I think that's funny. But that's the best. So that's the best of transhumanism. Neuralink. Just yesterday, but MIT through one of its setup companies released something called Alter Ego. It's a wearable for that gets something from your brain, makes speech from your brain. It's a telepathic device. You can speak to someone using that wearable from yesterday but one. Of course, it has been in the making for the past 10 years, but now it doesn't need any wires connected to your brain. Just have something in your ear, and it's communicating to someone. And then after seeing that, that was 2 days ago. Now yesterday, Stanford released something to compete with that, because with these things you don't have to be far behind. Otherwise, you won't share in the prizes that are given for it. They will say you copied. So Stanford released something to the same effect. So if you see stuff like that, you can see that in our future going to be, there is a quote among transhumanists which says, there is nothing sacred about carbon or meat. Silicon can think as well. So there is no reason why you should be,
why would you be organic?
Why you
made
should
out
be
of
carbon,
carbon
yeah.
and hydrogen?
Yet you can have an eye, a bionic eye which can scan in the darkness, see infrared, can scan like a telescope.
So you want to turn into a robot?
So no, I'm saying those are okay. First of all, talking about AI threats. I feel like the biggest AI threat will come post 2030. Until 2039, you don't have an AI threat that you haven't seen before. I've seen nuclear bombs from 1945. But
You have seen.
okay, like I'm saying, humanity has seen that. Humanity has seen that.
But you
saying
read
we-
about that.
Yeah,
And
okay.
it happened once. Nagasaki,
Yeah,
Hiroshima.
yeah. So
And
we have
ever
had-
since
we have had the COVID-19, so we have had threats. I'm saying, in my view, AI is not bringing about any threat that's beyond this scope until post 2030, according to REC as well. When there is something like nanobots, there's something called the grey goo.
Of course, you're talking about how many years to 2030, bro?
Okay, those are. Oh, okay.
Why would I be
Okay.
feeling safe for only 4 years, man?
Yeah. So,
Apparently.
okay. So what happens is, me, I see it as a long time.
Yeah.
During that time, given the progress, we've talked about ChatGPT and Go Deep Mind. The progress they've done in the last 5 or like past 4 years is, or like even the past 7 months of this year, 9 months of this year is so astronomical. Like if you look at the leaps they make, you can find an image generated in January by AI was so disfigured, and now it is so perfect you don't know if it's original.
Yeah, we can
photo
no
or not.
longer.
Yeah.
We can no
Just
longer
in 7
identify
months
it.
it has changed.
It scares me more.
So
We can no
Scares me.
longer
Yeah.
detect AI generated images.
images, yeah. So now if you look at something like that, it makes me feel like by the time we reach 2030, what I was telling you is the scary time. First of all, there is a very huge chance, above 95%, that by 2035 we won't be a single planetary species. There's
Really?
a possibility, yeah.
You believe in
By
the
20 what?
Martian,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Martian
By
colony?
20 what?
35, and that's being very conservative. The Elon Musk will have achieved taking us with
2035.
2035. That's 10 years from now.
We might not have what?
We might not. We'll be multiplanetary species. We'll be on more than one planet by then.
But
So,
so, one thing you're
because
forgetting.
It is.
One thing you're forgetting, though,
uh.
is even though Elon Musk and his whole program succeed and a colony starts, the difference is there is a colony and there's a self-sustaining colony. If Skynet shows up in 2035 and destroys the whole world, who will send food to the Martians? Who will send them? There are certain things which we take for granted
Yeah.
in civilization. For example, right now, you could say, where is my clothing coming from? Think of the country where that cotton is grown, the supply chain, the factory somewhere in China or Vietnam where this cloth is woven and the clothes are made.
Yeah.
Then there are the ships which are bringing it over here. That's just one product. Modern life or modern colony would need a supply line on
A serious
medicines,
supply.
medicines
Medicine,
to
raw
sustain people,
materials,
clothes, etc.
food.
Self-sustaining is very different from just having a research outpost. Say like in Antarctica, if we just dropped humans in Antarctica and we have 100 people living there, they can't be self-sustaining.
They can't.
Same thing with Mars. Mars is a tougher.
Mars, isn't it tougher than
It's way tougher
Antarctica?
than
even?
Antarctica.
Because
There's no
Antarctica
oxygen.
has some
Yeah, it has
oxygen,
a
that's
carbon
water.
dioxide, yeah.
That's
The
some penguins you can
Yes.
hunt around.
The problem is the temperature.
Yeah.
So
Some
I don't think 2035 is.
It sounds feasible.
I think
to you.
they maybe say we'll be multiplanetary in a sustainable way, like in 2060 plus.
That's according
1060.
to this guy's man Caswell.
Kurzweil.
The exponential theory.
The law of accelerating
Yeah,
returns.
The law of accelerating returns. It can actually 235
Looks feasible.
235 can. We don't
It's
know.
feasible.
Yeah,
So
it looks
because
feasible
first of all,
according to
the rate at which AI is advancing, first of all, it is really becoming strong and efficient compared to the previous previous times. And even recently, I was looking at some advancement in medicine, and some were shocking me. People are putting medicine in biofilms. They are getting like a cell, a cell has a cell membrane, but these guys want to do send medicine straight to where it has to attack, where it has to deploy its effect, should I say. So they get medicine, they put in like a cell, something like a cell, it has a membrane, then let me say like chemotherapy. So instead of chemotherapy affecting other cells, they send that drug, it goes up to, when it reaches the tumor, it bursts and only treats that area. It doesn't spread anywhere else. And this guy said within 10 years they might really, because they are going for human trials, I think next month. Yeah. Then I saw AI which early detected breast cancer. So if we can do that right now, I don't know what can
But
come
then
in
that
10 years to
optimism is
come.
what leads to a bubble. By the way, when you spoke earlier of evolution, it crossed my mind. You remember the famous experiment where someone was trying to recreate the conditions on the early Earth and make a cell? Apparently, someone has managed to, from inanimate matter and molecules, has managed to create a cell-like
What?
And
thing
managed to make an organism.
without, from random assembly, just trying
Like
to.
clothes.
But then the only difference is that some of the constituent chemicals he had in his soup or whatever it is, when he made that cell-like thing, which reproduces, by the way, and propagates.
It divides.
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy. I haven't
Yes.
seen that,
But the problem is the constituents, some of them he can't yet
Anytime
prove.
we are dying, you guys.
right, Pascal.
Yeah.
Some guy is creating a certain being we don't understand and it's propagating
From zero, from
out of
elements.
we have AI, we have
Elements.
some guy engineering some organism. Oh, do you know the bubonic plague? The thing killed almost half the
But it
population.
would probably be incompatible with our biology. All human life runs on the same, like, nucleic acids.
But you know
and so-
evolution.
So
Adapting.
it could adapt.
The thing
to-
can adapt. You know this HIV was in a monkey.
But it was in a monkey with its RNA. Does it have, what kind of virus is it?
RNA.
It has RNA, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So it was there with its RNA. We have DNA. It's not a huge skip for it to
It's-
start
yeah,
attacking.
and the
us,
monkey
so-
is almost what 80% us.
Yeah.
Yes,
according to
even
the
plants
specification.
have DNA. So it's
So
just,
for him, what did he create? What
he made a
AND?
thing.
No, like
No,
a
like,
new
remember
organism
everyone
is
has a
in-
common ancestor, so-
For him, yes,
We have
he
the-
created a new
unique
life.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not based
It's
on
not
a common
necessarily life,
ancestor.
like it's very rudimentary.
We can't call it life.
Yeah, but
Like
it
how
shows
viruses
that
are neither
a
live
a reproducing, propagating thing can be made from inanimate matter.
Brain needs to be
But
jealous.
he can't prove that some of the constituents he used can come about naturally. Yeah, but he managed to show that from something that's not alive, he can completely make.
You know that guy
life
with the
thing.
aid of AI, he can accelerate his organs.
But then, and you are talking about the Mars colonization timeline and saying maybe he's right, but keep in mind that the AI that's good enough to help us solve Mars colonization in 10 years, 2035, is the same AI that can probably wipe us
That's
out.
out.
That's where I was getting.
Okay.
That's where I was getting.
But you know
Yeah,
why I'm
it's good.
optimistic
that
about
AI,
AI?
that AI, you want
Yeah.
us, you want to take us
So,
to Mars.
what I didn't explain is why
Yeah.
I'm optimistic a bit about AI. You gave your examples, you are like, we don't care about anthills when we build our roads, because we are. But then the difference is AI and us, the assumption is we are both sentient, or we are above the threshold of intelligence where we can recognize each other as important. Do you really believe an ant
The
is...
narcissism.
No, it's not the narcissism.
But
do
do
you
I believe that what?
an ant is, when you're destroying that anthill, you really don't think an ant is that smart. There's a reason why we don't eat monkeys. widely
You think?
as the human
They
race.
do, they do. Okay, let me.
I have no idea. Have you
There's a
been to
reason.
Congo?
There's no.
Scares a bit.
Let us say that.
Do you know where Ebola
There's a
came
reason.
from?
There's a reason why cannibalism
Eh.
is
Everything you're saying
is
is not
frowned
exclusive.
upon. Is frowned upon by
not
modern
exclusive.
society.
Yes, because we look we seem to be so close
And most
to the
human
primates,
societies,
to our fellow
Even
primates.
most primitive human societies, cannibalism was really a serious taboo. There are very few.
Like obviously it's a
Scattered.
taboo. Even animals themselves can't eat.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
rare to eat each other apart from snakes.
Okay.
Not
And
even
also the
snakes,
snakes,
other animals.
an
do.
anaconda will eat maybe a cobra, but it won't eat a
Yeah.
fellow anaconda.
Yeah.
No?
But it's not about even instinct. Like intellectually, we can recognize that that's a sentient being right there, and they have a right to exist.
No.
The only
No,
problem
no, no.
would be
No,
if,
no, 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 no,
if
no.
our
We
intelligence.
don't eat monkeys because we think they look like us. And they are
Personally-
and something which looks closer to you,
Trust-
but it's not you. It looks kind of disgusting.
Imagine
So you
if a
find it
chicken-
not palatable.
Okay, let's say
But-
if chickens were as smart as monkeys, would we really eat chickens?
What do
Okay.
monkeys do? What do you call smartness?
There's
Monkeys
nothing
use
that
tools.
Monkey.
Monkeys use tools.
Do you know the tools it means?
They use sticks, like to fish ants out of an ant
Yeah,
hill.
to get bananas, they
Yes,
can use it.
they can peel bananas. Like they're not like they're going to try to bite the banana.
But that's an
They have,
intelligent species.
they have dexterous hands. They use rocks to crack nuts open.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Neil deGrasse
Actually,
Tyson.
they even soak potatoes in like seawater if it's
See,
around.
smart.
They do. Okay, but
Okay. Neil deGrasse Tyson said that a monkey, if you tell it like on your way back, pick some juice from a shop and bring it. Just a simple task. To eat is like, I don't know.
You've told it. To
Do you know
do-
calculus? Like serious
Yeah.
instant calculus.
okay, I get you.
You've told it
So-
to understand relativity.
Relativity. If you send it for juice, that's like teaching a monkey complex
So
mathematics.
now, the difference.
Well, which mathematics is that
The
now?
difference I think on AI. You are saying AI will see us as we see monkeys or ants.
I'm telling
but
you.
my opinion is that we are above a certain threshold. The fact that we can do complicated math and we have complex societies, we look beyond our base instincts and we don't do what our instincts are always telling us to do. We are governed by our brains and we are smart enough that I think we pass a certain threshold where even if AI is super smart to a level that is inconceivable to us, I think we pass a certain threshold.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to refute that. First of all, AI is one of the leading causes of death in the Ukraine war. It's around 15%. All their drones, many of their drones right now are AI powered.
So now
They look
you are on my
That's
side.
that's for the no. I'm not on your side.
Yes.
I'm pro AI.
Yeah, is
Okay.
king.
One first thing is the fully sentient AI which is self-conscious. I'm sure it will kill some humans. That's for a fact. The thing is, no. The thing
But you're
is,
pro
whatever.
AI.
Yeah, I'm pro AI. The thing is, one, you have to.
The way he said it and he continued.
He's about to say you have to break some eggs.
Like
to
I
break
was
some
watching, I was
eggs.
watching.
No.
I was
I'm
watching
saying
some
that every
BBC,
every technology that comes up has its bad side and its good side. The thing is, will you be in charge of the counter at the moment? That's what I was talking about transhumanism. Will you have something which helps you to decide what is about to happen? You get it?
So you are creating AI as
To-
we are
to
competing
counter,
with
yeah.
it.
Yeah. So I think
Why are you over?
But I agree.
no. Until then, the next point I will tell you.
Tell this guy. I tell you, we create AI. Then AI is going to be smarter. Let me remove my eye and I put a
No.
Think of
A
like
biosmart
Neuralink. Think
engineer.
of Neuralink. I really believe that kind of transhumanism. Imagine you had a backup computer which connects with your neurons and expands your consciousness. You'll be like a mini AI.
So, okay, to continue. The
That's
next
right.
point is I've told you about post 2030. You don't need artificial super intelligence to achieve current human aspirations. Aspirations are don't die at 80. So you don't need
doesn't want to
super
die.
intelligence. You see, there is super intelligence to make you teleport to break some laws of physics. We don't need that to achieve our current aspirations of no poverty. You can make robots which work, and you don't have to go to work. You can. So you don't need.
I'm very
artificial-
positive on that as
Yeah.
well.
So you don't need artificial super intelligence. There's AGI.
I think
artificial
humans
general
need
intelligence.
purpose. I'll come back to that.
Yeah, artificial general
Finish.
intelligence.
Eh.
Artificial general intelligence is good enough. What you're getting by 2029 is good enough to solve our current human aspirations.
I'll call
Of
you
course-
in 2029.
Yeah. So now what happens is humans previously, when there was mail delivery by ship or wooden ships moving from the UK to America, what people didn't imagine at one time you'd need Wi-Fi. And right now, once Wi-Fi goes off around my area, people will be like, "Where is the vice chancellor? We'll meet him." You get it? So I think is the aspirations that will come when we get there. Okay.
I didn't hear it right.
No. This is okay. Like people, youth be wrong. So what I'm saying
I
is,
thought meeting him.
no.
Now you want to
So
beat
my
up
point,
the vice
no.
chancellor.
It's just I'm just
Although
making it
Mark A
rhetorical.
and then Europe.
It's just rhetorical. But my point is, aspirations. Our aspirations might increase once we get there. For example, soccer was just introduced recently, 100 years ago. So aspirations might increase, but for now, current aspirations can be met using AGI. You can have fast telecommunications, a lot of wealth available for everyone using AGI.
For everyone,
Yeah, for
Yes.
yes.
you think everyone wants wealth to be to everyone?
No, but it will.
Otherwise, you have you
I think
the
it's-
rule of power.
No, it's a matter
Yeah?
of degree.
The matter of degree. Have you watched Altered Carbon? Altered
I
Carbon.
did.
Yeah. You didn't. I did.
I did.
He,
as
he
well.
did. Eh? People who have power, who want to stay in power for a long period of time, to control you, they need means of control. You watched Rango, that cartoon. The sheriff used to control them, the mayor, using water. Water was in plenty, but for these guys to be submissive, to enjoy the privileges of being a leader, some people have to be lucky.
Okay, let me first interject you.
No.
Let me interject you. Some of the things.
Eh.
Okay, he said something about us 2035 not being achievable. Many of these. Okay, one of the things that gets Ray Kurzweil very criticized previously, okay, until now, is that people make assumptions in isolation. You can say climate change will flood the earth by 2050, but GNOME discovered 2.2 million materials last year, but one. You get me? So whoever is in the climate change office hadn't considered that. Those haven't considered
2.2 what?
million new materials by GNOME. Google DeepMind did something like that.
New material. What
Like
do you mean?
material
Or
science,
like sodium chloride.
Like
you
you're
get
trying to make a new kind of-
new crystals, new
compound.
crystals, new
Yeah,
substances.
okay,
yeah. So someone who had done that assumption and presented it to the United Nations Climate Forum hadn't factored that in. Hadn't factored in that robots would be available by this time. So the thing is, without factoring in widely, people always go narrow. Now you said something about people wanting to control us forever. I told you about George Maynard Shaw's books of living for a very long time. Let's say. So what happens is you get to rethink what life means to you if you're to stay alive for a very long time. If you're to be a leader of Uganda for the next 700 years, people will move away. People will go to Congo because what's scaring us from moving away right now? Our parents want us to complete education, you're scared about food, want to move out. But if you know you're alive for the next 700 years, you can easily move away and start up elsewhere. Old people are already rich from within the country, don't want to move out because they live their wealth. So I think is various. So that philosophical view comes in.
Thought
that-
of life will be different.
So
The
different
perception
views, yeah.
of what life
yeah.
is.
So I think is when people are making those movies and those books and those stories, they want to sell to the public, but you only bring out one.
Go for your Neuralink.
To
it's
control
it's-
you.
It will control you. Yeah?
Nah,
You know,
it's
the
just-
brain is so strong that you see things while sleeping. I'm talking about dreams. Do you know you see
While you're sleeping.
while you're sleeping? You see images. That means that if I tamper with your brain at any point, at any portion, if I try to just show you what I want to show you, the AI can make the entire world run mad on Neuralink.
But the difference
Really
is
mad, eh?
the difference is our intention is to get Neuralink before artificial superintelligence comes. Have you ever heard of something called a Gestalt consciousness?
What's that?
It's a consciousness which is like, imagine there are many individual people or individual organisms and they are networked together and then they start sharing, like you offload the processing to someone, then
Look at
all
this
of you
stuff,
have
yeah.
one thought. So I'm showing you if we suddenly developed
You want to
neuralism.
think like me? No way.
No, not think like
What's
you.
privacy now?
No. Some people will opt for that when such technologies become
Yes,
widespread.
people are
So,
always opt for.
by the time
for dumb stuff.
I hope by the time we make AGI, there will be maybe groups of people who are as smart as AI as well. So
Who have joined
Yeah.
their
that's a way
minds
to mitigate the
and,
risk.
and
Yeah.
they are way smarter.
And
than
aside
AI.
from that, leave alone AGI and ASI.
You all need brains to compete with AI. This thing is one.
my view.
No, AI is not one.
Okay, back to the Sapiens book. We discovered things which we thought made our lives better, but they became prison. First of all, the discovery of agriculture was a scam.
It made our life better.
No.
Right now, right
Agriculture,
now,
Neolithic
you'd
revolution
be out
by the
there digging.
Natufians and stuff.
No, before you would be out there hunter gathering.
No. This was it. First of all, you need to know.
You would not exist to have a bad life without
Let me tell you,
agriculture.
according to the other book, if you see the bones of those who existed before agricultural evolution,
They were
agricultural
well nourished, right?
Yeah, well nourished. They were well nourished. They were bigger, stronger, and they never cared. They never had a lot of stuff to carry around, and they never depended on one
And
crop.
the-
Do you
and
know
the
what we
problem-
did?
Do you know why they were
We
few?
started growing, domesticating wheat, and we made it our food. And after generations, we forgot how to grow other food or to look for other food. Oh, we lacked skills of how to survive in the jungle. So with agriculture came with creation of communities. With communities came hierarchy. Who's the leader?
I hear
with
all the good things here.
listen. Diseases and all that stuff. You know this agriculture. Only the kings. You know the history of the medievals and before that.
I do.
You saw what the pharaohs of
I understand.
Egypt were doing to people. The local people lived harsher lives than hunter-gatherers.
So,
harsher, because
You've touched
even
upon,
the desert.
upon a
Do you
point.
know what what led to famine? Is depending on 2 or 3 or 4 crops.
Yeah.
Back then, when you're hunter-gatherers,
But
when a disease comes and wipes out
There's-
Kasoli, you go eat
there's
some other
something.
wild thing.
There's something I
But
want to bring about it.
Eh.
There is a certain carrying capacity, a certain amount of land we'll have of hunter gatherers. So if it was Australia didn't have agriculture before the Europeans moved there.
Yeah, the
so
Aboriginals didn't,
so the Aboriginal people of Australia were all hunter gatherers, and they hit maximum carrying capacity. When you're a hunter gatherer, you do not rear the animals so that they reproduce faster. You have to go hunt a few. If you overhunt that herd, it will die down, and then you follow those prey.
No, you
predatory
don't. You go. There's
go
what we
elsewhere.
call.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
I'm talking about
It's called a food web. There's
That's
a
what
food
I'm calling.
chain and a food web.
Yes, that's what I'm calling carrying capacity.
Uh-huh.
You are like any other animal. So that's why our populations were low.
Yes, and it was
So
okay.
the whole point is when we invented agriculture,
We thought wheat domesticated us.
Yeah,
brother.
you basically-
we did domesticate
it's
wheat.
domesticated.
Yes.
But that aside,
Eh?
leaving sapiens aside,
Eh.
keep in mind agriculture is what enabled more people to exist, for them to go and starve or kill each other. And advancements in agriculture like irrigation, stuff like that, enabled a small group of people to do all the agriculture for everyone else. Then random people like Newton could sit around thinking about calculus or ships or what.
Do you know what was happening to the local man as Newton was there sitting thinking
He was
about?
getting flogged. and
Newton was
so
privileged.
So,
Got you.
but
You know,
this
privilege.
agricultural process leads straight to where we are right now. Right now, you are the local man. You are seated in a studio with stuff you've imported. Let me tell you, right now, if we got the richest man in Uganda from 200 years ago, say it was a Kavaka or a random Mukama or Nero or whatever, and we brought him here and put him in this place, he would think he's in heaven. And he would not be able to afford to bring these mics from China, this glass table
A
would
mirror
have
was worth
made
like
him.
You're glorifying
But
capitalism.
right now, do you
One
realize
day
that
we are slaves.
a very, very wealthy man lives, say, a millionaire in US dollars, probably lives a life not too far from the one you live? Okay, I'm not saying you're not a millionaire
Which one?
on camera.
like a millionaire, like your
A
life.
US
it's
dollar
food,
millionaire.
it's 3
And this is the
meals,
trajectory we are keeping. You're
Australian
thinking,
millionaire.
No, like a
any
millionaire,
millionaire.
in the US.
He's not
Lives
living
almo- lives
His
almost
life
the same
is
life as
not
you.
so far from
From
yours.
yours.
He uses a car, you use a car. He drinks water, you drink the same
water.
brands of water. He drinks Coca-Cola.
I mean,
Warren Buffett is
his
a
life
billionaire.
is not more than mine.
Warren Buffett
You man,
drinks.
do you know what you're talking about?
Warren Buffett
Do I have
drinks.
a car?
You use.
I'm always
you
I'm
have
an
access to
endangered
Uber.
species all the time on a board. Anytime I'm dying from fractures.
But you can
mechanical
call
device.
Uber, can't
Hematoma.
you? Can't you afford
No,
that
you
Uber?
can't tell me you're living the same life as Museveni. Before he reaches, they first chase away everyone.
He's
And
one
for
guy
you-
in the whole
for-
country.
yeah?
He's one
And
guy.
for you, the whatever.
I'm saying we are not yet at parity,
Yeah.
but let me show you what will bring parity and why I'm positive about
AI.
AI. Yeah? If we can make, say, humanoid robots, and they do all the drudgery, all the boring work, they don't need to be as smart as us.
That's the point.
They
How
will
do we know that they have stopped being smart?
Okay.
You know how we learned?
No. Okay.
Okay, first.
Once we do that and they do all the drudgery,
That's the regulation I'm talking about.
we will all live like
That's the regulation I'm talking about.
Museveni. Yeah?
Okay.
You see how Museveni has a chauffeur? You sit in a car and it will take you somewhere. You also have a chauffeur to drive you. Eh?
Some human beings don't like that.
You will not need
When
to
you're
grow.
all enjoying
The
that.
person in the village will only grow food if they need to. There will be robots, autonomous robots on a farm. The farm will be like an autonomous factory which just brings out food. Eh? And that will be, everything is running itself.
Okay.
Human, you want to rest and become
And-
fat forever.
No. You'll be free to think about mathematics. The only problem is, once we make artificial entities that are smart like us, our coexistence with them, we need to have that framework to coexist with them like the way we coexist with other people. That's the danger, but I do not see any other negative on AI.
Let me first point out something. I think we need ourselves and the viewers. They need first know, one, where are we now in terms of AI, and then two, where are we headed, so that they know what we are really arguing about, and then three, when are we getting there? You see, the thing is, when are we getting there, so that you know in 5 years you'll be dead or what if you're scared of it. Then we also have to know who is leading it, which of those people out there are leading it, so that you can follow up and see how they're solving the things. Then also need to know our solutions for the dystopian expectations that we have that are really bad. Of course, I've already discussed most of those things there. But
Which
also
are
like
bound
to point
to
out,
happen.
but I've also I want to point out, for example, like the leading AIs. Of course, ChatGPT is leading, but the way people use them is not what is leading in the world. Like there's last year AI related stuff won 2 Nobel Prizes, chemistry and physics. This year there is a very good chance in November it will clear all the 3 Nobel Prizes for biology, for chemistry, and for physics.
All the 3 Nobel
Prizes
Prizes.
of science. Now, when you look at something like that, you see it doesn't compare to someone just saying average ChatGPT, ask it hello, good morning, ask it simple questions, and it gives you answers. Then also, again, where are we now? There is one of my people that I follow I really love. It's called Aubrey de Grey. They have made an AI for him. It knows all his data, his whole brain. So you know AIs have better scanning. They can coordinate data over. Okay, they're first of all are diligent. They work overnight, they work 24/7. So there's something called Aubrey, and it got all the unpublished lab data from Aubrey de Grey, and it's getting out the best procedures on how to do human lab rat experiments, something like that. So if you look at something like that, it shows that anyone who is in that field, who is chasing him, because that guy is the biggest in his field of longevity, making people live for long, literally getting a PhD is now kind of invalid, because they're making AIs for people who are with him in that same field as well. So they'll all be working together, and the best.
But are those AIs
No, you see, they use him.
as a proper researcher?
No, Auntie is the best in his field, and he posted on his Twitter. He posted on his X.
This man is against people getting PhDs, by the way.
Yeah.
Aubrey the what?
Aubrey de Grey.
The Grey.
Yeah.
He has a PhD.
By publication, he did it in university.
Yeah, but he's saying.
He's saying that people should now be lab technicians.
But he already says a man who already has a PhD. Okay,
the
let's
leader
continue.
in the field.
The man already has a PhD.
He's saying he's now become someone feeding that.
Do you agree with that? No, I don't.
No, like I'm saying, that's how it is. Like that's the economical point of view. And
Which
the moment,
economical point of view?
no, like by the time you get a PhD after 5 years of learning, this AI, the money invested into you, if you had made this AI, to have literally processed the same information, read papers you can't read on thingy, and derived experiments for your lab attendants to work out and check the results. And
I don't think it can be that
conclusions of it.
efficient, this current AI. Unless, and the moment the AI does that, that's the AI that's going to kill us. Not that AI is self-aware.
No.
The moment
Don't
it can
think
think like
that's
a human being, set up things.
And I disagree on him, not with you, but with his. He's saying that yes, we are sophisticated. He's saying where we are now. But when you look at, you said Nobel Prize, for example.
I think this year they're going to AI.
Yeah,
physics,
last year's Nobel Prizes, there was the protein folding, right?
Yeah, Demis Habbis
Yes,
Yeah,
AlphaFold, protein folding.
Then
But you can see an AI that solved protein folding
200
is
million
a
proteins.
specialized AI.
Yeah.
It's not going to lead to AGI. Many of the AI advances that we are specifically talking about, I know the physics one was basically for the foundations of AI, not necessarily anything current. Then, when you look at where we are currently, we are using large language models. I personally don't see a progression from large language model
To the next.
AI. Like, no one has really.
Okay.
People have made models that
But-
are like, say, can take in both video, text, both what and what.
They're specific
But
in the action.
how do you
Merge them into one.
match everything
Into one.
into a brain that functions?
Functions.
No one has a
That
proper
is
roadmap.
an AGI, isn't
Yeah.
it?
When you
That's
look
an
at
AGI.
when you look at an
Artificial
AGI, when you look at
General
Elon Musk and his XAI or OpenAI and Sam Altman, these people are building larger and larger data centers, and they are consuming. There's a data center that consumes, which they're going to build. OpenAI, they've already built part of it. At some point, it will
California,
consume.
even India.
Yeah. At some point, that data center for OpenAI will consume more electricity than the whole East Africa.
Terawatts.
Yes.
terawatts.
So power is going to limit. I shouldn't be worried.
No,
Yeah,
no,
well,
they're
no,
solving
no.
those things very
No, I'm
fast.
just
They're
saying
solving
that
those
that's
things
how backward.
What are they?
That's how
That's how
backward
East
East Africa
Africa
is.
is.
There is an AI which an AI training data center that will consume
to
more
consume
power
more
than
power.
all our countries
No,
combined.
no,
But
But it
that's-
also alarms on how, because we also consume a lot of power.
Yes.
As
but what they're
Africa.
all doing
You
right
can't
now,
underestimate our power.
I think all this compute we are
Consumption.
dedicating to training new LLMs and tweaking the way LLMs work. We are tweaking. What we are tweaking is a very advanced chatbot,
Okay.
and it still hallucinates.
Okay.
It still gives wrong
Okay,
answers.
so
It hallucinates.
It might
Nothing
be
can
a-
do math.
It might be
Better
a
the
dead
thing
end
can do
technology.
math.
Yes.
okay, now you see
I've-
that's
I've-
why it guys
I do more math
interjected.
than it.
That's why I interjected.
Yes.
So first of all, I was telling you where we are. GPT-5 and Grok 4 got gold medals in Math Olympiad. Can you do Math Olympiad?
I can't do
course
math
not.
Olympiad, but there
But
is
They
there's
got
a
gold
difference.
medals. It was a thinking thing. Those questions are not anywhere in the
Understood,
world. They're original.
Yes.
They thought and they did them.
But
Okay,
the thing with
I'll
Math
just
Olympiad,
continue.
Math Olympiad, I want to show you an example. If you're going for the International Math Olympiad and you've never seen a Math Olympiad question,
you want to
no
pass.
matter how
It's
smart
what
you
you
are,
are, you can't,
and
yeah.
we drop you there,
Yeah, you
you're
can't.
not going to
Even
get
normal
anything
math
in the
contests, you
Olympiad.
can't.
These people who get those gold medals, like
They
Terence
train.
Tao. Terence Tao is the youngest gold medalist in Math Olympiad, by the way.
I've
It's
heard of
shocking.
him.
But he's those people get those medals even when they're already smart, but as kids they'll expose
Practice.
them, they'll practice,
practice,
which shows that you looking at those questions, there is a pattern.
There's a pattern.
There is a way
created
they are
in you.
set. So it's still the same as.
I'm
writing.
sure it has ever seen Olympiad questions.
So it has
for the
read
past-
Olympiad questions.
Okay, my
and-
point is it has learned and it went on to answer original questions. We know Grok 4 got 44% in humanities last exam. Those are questions that only PhD level hold. Okay, professors would have expertise in, and they're broad all over many. There's biology, chemistry, history. So
my point is
that's
not
how we
AI
are.
becomes.
So now my
AI can become
difference
smarter.
is
AI
difference.
detected.
I'm saying it is smart at the moment.
It
somehow.
detected
Though not generally.
breast cancer.
But now what
I
I
think
want
she
to
won a
say
Nobel
is, I
Prize.
think these things,
She won a
these
Nobel
are
Prize.
things we can already do. Either there are things we can do or things
They're saying
we
novel. They're
yeah.
saying novel stuff.
Yes, for example, you think of protein folding, maybe we couldn't do that. But keep in mind the protein folding, the reason we couldn't do that is not that we do not understand proteins and how they interact. It's just that there was so much data that
We couldn't
we can't
process
process
it.
it.
So it was a
Yeah?
processing
But
thing.
then when it comes to a novel thing, like think of Einstein's proposal of the theory of relativity.
Relativity.
Think of all the knowledge that existed back then. Can we make an AI that would, with the knowledge
Yeah.
present, only the knowledge present in the year 1900.
Okay, it seems
An AI that would come up with general relativity, define it, and it's a
No.
breakthrough.
I don't think
we
I
are
don't think that
perfect.
the AI can do that. But the software AI will do that.
okay. Have you heard of Move 37?
Do you know the software
haven't.
You haven't
AI will do that?
You have heard of Move 37?
I've not had
What?
it.
So there's a game called Go. It's one of that.
Oh.
I
The
was
one this
and
guy,
you know
the
Move 37
DeepMind
was
guy,
really, yeah.
the Google
Yeah,
DeepMind
DeepMind
guy
guy.
created.
Yeah.
Oh, still the
From
Mr.
AlphaZero.
But
Service AlphaGo.
it
Yeah,
beat the
AlphaZero.
most strategy.
Yeah, but it used a new
human
move that
nature.
shocked them.
A new
It
strategy.
played a piece that everyone thought, why do you
Interest-
play that
yes.
piece?
This is
And
a new, but then
hours later,
I want you
realized
to
it's
look
a
at a
move.
Go board. A novel strategy in Go. Go is a system that has a very small set of rules, by the way.
Very small set of
But of
rules,
course,
very
when you branch out,
10 to the power 40.
Yeah, but the difference is-
that's more than the atoms in the
but the
universe.
difference is what you're thinking of is, of course, when you the chessboard,
rules,
okay, the Go board has basic small rules governing it. Similar thing with the chessboard. A chessboard has few allowed moves, etc. But of course, when you move forward and forward, there are very many possible games. So many possible chess games, so many possible Go games, but the system within which we are operating has clearly defined simple rules, and extrapolating from that data is very easy. But when you're doing research, the world, we don't even know the rules of the world.
The rules of the world.
We don't have a theory for everything.
Yeah.
Will AI be able to know the theory
Of
for
everything.
Will AI be able to do novel biology?
An
not just
AGI.
folding
An
proteins?
AGI might be
Will-
able. A
will-
software AGI.
Exactly. But I don't think large language models, which are the
I'm going to get there.
think fueling AI hype,
Okay.
AlphaFold and AlphaGo
Me
were
the fear,
done
the
before
fear,
the
where
AGI
I'm
hype.
optimistic about AI, I'm not scared of AI taking jobs. That fear of creative destruction, I don't have it. It has happened to humanity for
But
a
yeah,
very long
jobs-
period of
jobs are
time.
definitely
Whenever
there.
there's an invasion, people get scared. Oh, our jobs, but there are more jobs that can be created with AI. I think like doctors are paranoid, engineers are paranoid, programmers are, and all that. But I think, or producers, all that stuff. But me, I
This
think
producer doesn't look
when I have AI as a tool, the work which would require a lot of people, I could set up an easy clinic where I can do very many operations than someone needing a theater in Mulago and all that. So that means that everyone can be individually actually employed with AI. If you look at doctors, if I'm a specialist, instead of needing this team, a lot of people coming here all the time, like to one operation is like 10 people, 20 people. Each of those people can go do other things with the AI. It's not like they will be unemployed, but we can find a way of diversifying. And there will be a lot. Do you know medicine can progress from just treating diseases to modifying what humanity is? Like what you said, may want to hear at 7,000 hertz, so an ENT surgeon may make someone hear that. Someone can be like, may want blue eyes, I no longer want. Medicine can advance to what we think it's all about diseases. We can become more like, I feel like
it can be
you can
industrialized.
choose the kind
By
of kid you want.
Your field is very primitive. Have you realized that?
Yeah, there's a lot
Because
lacking
other
in
fields,
medicine.
other fields,
There's a lot.
when you want watches, you want microphones, you want
Yeah.
tables, they're available on
Yeah.
demand.
But
But
we are
the moment
so-
you fall sick,
Yeah.
right now, in many parts of the world, you go to Mulago and then you go in a line, then
There's a lot.
even in
a
the
lot
developed
of,
world, you hear Americans crying for health insurance.
health insurance.
and
Health is
for,
still lacking.
for everyone.
Health still lacking. I want AI.
Yeah.
In health insurance,
So,
but I'm
okay.
scared of it becoming. I'm not like I'm
You want
pro.
to stop someone.
I'm pro regulated AI. I'm pro good AI. I'm not pro AI which thinks like a god, man. Like like it's.
You're of this view.
Yeah, I
there's
think we
someone
are
called
too
the
far
OS.
from that. I think the architecture that will lead to
Okay.
AGI.
Me, the scary bit
It's
is
rightly
when
on
do we
purpose.
know like consciousness as you a baby?
What's
when
the
did you
threshold?
What's where do you draw a line? Like here it can't become self-aware.
There is
We
no
don't know
way
what
to know.
self-awareness is. That's the scary bit of it.
There is
But I'm
no
not
way to know.
anti-AI. I like
the
the.
one will be there. We just we don't know.
For
it.
example, right now, I always joke about this. There's no way I can know that you guys are sentient. You could all be automatons. You have like pre-programmed instructions that when someone tells you this, say
You
this.
answer this.
And you have a very huge data core in your brains, and it tells you what to say. I could
we
be the
can-
only conscious person in the whole universe.
Ah,
So
Yeah.
you will never
this
know.
narcissist.
So-
This guy is the only conscious.
So now let me tell you. So after the whale,
no, I
so
know
that-
people. You're not the only conscious human being.
no.
You
Let's leave
could
that.
be
The
programmed to
entire
say that. I could be in a
Okay, guys, we need to wind up so fast because yeah.
What time is it?
What's wrong with this?
Do we need
Okay,
to start
let me finish with something.
Finish with 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute because they need to. Yeah.
So we
Why
need to
did
know.
you take my
We need to know the why. We need to know
I
the
haven't
why.
watched.
The why, the when, and then who, and then the solutions. So one of the solutions proposed,
Yes.
as I said, for transhumanism,
Yeah.
there's something called the Right to Try Act. It allows people to try medicines. It was amended in Senate Bill 442 of Montana. So we need. I feel I'm pushing, of course, about politics. It's a political time in Uganda. So
You
I'm
want a
pushing.
similar one in
Yeah,
Uganda?
in Uganda, to allow people, if you're old, you try out something. When the technology comes, you don't have 15 years for it to be tried, for you to get
So right
a
now,
Neuralink thing.
experimental things are not allowed. in
You're
this
not
country.
allowed in this country at all. So I'm pushing for that, of course, but still in political time. But it would be a very good thing to
I'm
get
waiting
more
for you
time.
to push for it.
Yeah. I'm pushing for it, but okay, still okay. I've paused because politicians are so off. Their minds are so off at the moment.
You've
But
been
yeah.
talking to them.
Yeah. But yeah, we need Senate Bill.
This
442
Ugandan
of
politicians,
Montana.
no will even understand what a neural
Yeah,
is.
no, you see, I think it's have technicians and all. They just have to understand you have to explain it. To
Okay,
them.
wind
Yeah,
up.
so that's the view. We have to put in and Xi Jinping recently, according to Not Mike last week, talking about living forever and all.
Him
and
and-
the AI,
him
yeah.
and-
Yeah, that's because their intelligence
Him and
tells them
Putin.
it's viable. Yeah, him and Putin. So once we get there, and then these solutions, Rekers will say all the things are possible, and he hasn't been proven wrong. So the solutions will come. Don't think you're going to stop on LLMs. The solutions will come, and we get
Okay, like I think this debate can't end. I think
You know what's funny?
more
I doubt you even introduced ourselves.
We,
Before you end the debate. So introduce ourselves.
let's introduce us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
My
might not
name
even
is-
know his
yeah,
name because I
my-
wasn't here.
my name's-
I think
My-
AI is that intriguing.
My name is Ian Kakoza, MBCHB former Kerere student. MBCHB I mean medicine baccalaureus. Okay, medicine and surgery.
I think I am very proud of it.
Wow.
My name
I'm
is
proud,
Birungi
I'm proud.
Muyambi, Sports and Entertainment Minister, Livingstone Hall, Eastern North.
Yeah.
Okay. Being civil engineering.
Me, I'm Noah Jira, doing electrical engineering. I have no titles. I'm not a sports minister.
Yeah.
Co-host in R5. Yeah.
And we are
And
we
we
are
are the
Mark-
Unipod.
We are the Unipod University Innovation Pod. Everything is here. Come innovate, guys. What's up? See you in the next episode 23. And if you want to talk more about this, you can
Yeah, join
inbox.
us.
We can always invite you and host you here. Okay. Sign out.